I'm Jeanne Alexander Patton. I'm a 1966 graduate of Edmonson County High School. I was notified one day when I was here at the bank. They had planned a surprise for me, and it was very much a surprise. I was very thrilled and happy and very honored to be included in this first class. My time in high school was very good. We had a group of wonderful teachers who were very supportive and positive, and also I was very fortunate to be in a class where the classmates were very positive and supportive also.
Jeanne Alexander Patton told us about one of her fondest memories from her childhood.
1960, I was in 6th grade, and we had the huge snow. It was 23 inches. At that time was the largest snow we'd ever seen. And the school was closed for 2 weeks. And so a girlfriend and I, she lived here in town, we alternated sleepovers the entire 2 weeks. We would stay 1 or 2 nights at one house and then give that mother a rest and go to the other house. And we had a wonderful time. I spent about 53 years altogether in banking. I worked part-time here at Bank of Edmonson County while I was in college. Then after college, I worked 8 years at a bank in Bowling Green and 2 years at a multi-bank holding company in Alabama. And then when I came back home, I spent 43 years until retirement here at Bank of Edmonson County. After working in 2 other larger banks, it was a great opportunity to come back home and be in a community bank. Larger banks have more of a corporate atmosphere, where a community bank is more small town. I'm still in the bank on the board. I retired from full-time work in 2013. My son, Alexander Michael Ohm, is president of the bank, and my daughter, Michelle Ohm Coleman, is CFO and CEO of the bank.
Jeanne is the best kind of boss. She is somebody that empowers the people around her to do their job and do it well without just jumping right in the middle of everything. She knows what people's strengths are. She puts them in areas where their strengths work for them, and then she lets them do their job. Certainly she helps out when she's needed, and she's always been there to mentor us along. But she has always been somebody that looked to find everyone's strengths.
I guess one of the funniest memories was the Edmonson County Women's Club hosted a talent show. And so our bank had a group of guys who were an entry in the talent show, and they performed to YMCA, costumes and all.
I'd have to say that Jeanne Patton is as fine a person as I've ever worked for in my life. I learned so much from Jeanne. She is, first of all, she's a great banker. She's a very community-minded person. And besides that, she happens to be a little family to me as well.
My biggest influence growing up was my father, Franklin Alexander. He was a banker and a businessman. He was also very active in our church and community, so he set a good example for service.
One of the most cherished memories I know that she has always said is working with her father, similar in a very close mentor relationship. She came back to the bank in 1981, and during that time got to work with him for at least 7 years. She served on the Kentucky Bankers Association board, and she was one of very few women that also, so she's very used to being a female in the midst of many men.
She was a pioneer in this industry because when she became president and then later CEO of the bank, it was rare for a woman to be in that role anywhere, and especially in rural Kentucky. And now in her role as a director and the chair of the board, she's still a pioneer for women all over the state in the field of banking.
If I were to describe Edmonson County in one word, my one word would be community.
I feel like those things really help build a community, and those priorities have really come straight from, our mother and the way she operated during her tenure, and we've continued those forward.
Community is special to me. Our citizens of the county are always willing to help. We've had many examples. Santa's Helping Hands is one of the largest fundraising examples where the entire community gets behind the project. It's supporting all activities of the school system, from booster clubs to athletic events to other events at elementary schools. We believe that the school system and the students are the future of our county. I've been in church my entire life. Recently, I've been thinking about church Christmas programs and vacation Bible school, the times that I spent in church as a child. Those memories last a lifetime, and I believe that your faith impacts every area of your life. I recently volunteered for Operation Christmas Child. There was a collection center at one of the churches in Bowling Green where the regional churches were bringing in their shoeboxes for shipment. While we were there that afternoon, a little boy and his mother came in, and he was carrying one shoebox that he wanted to give. And the whole place, it was just a very profound effect to watch this child. I'm proud to be from Edmonson County because I love the community and the rural atmosphere.